What's going on, guys? My name is Ezel, and this is my wife.
Yelsa.
And welcome to our reaction channel,
The
The
Ezels
Ezels React. So today we are checking out Life After Death with Tyler Henry, official trailer,
Okay.
Netflix. Don't know anything about this. Never heard of it. This is going to be our honest reaction, and then afterwards, hang around because we're going to talk about what we think about this trailer. So let's get straight into this and see what's popping.
Is there a herald?
That's my grandfather.
It's always creepy when that happens.
Okay, this
getting
is based
kind of a
on
famous
reality, I'm
feeling.
assuming.
Like right on.
There is a
Yeah.
reference to someone finding a spot on an x-ray of our lungs.
How did you know that? Like, you felt the spot?
My
Oh.
job as a medium is to deliver messages.
medium,
I
psychic
can't stress
medium.
enough how proud she is of you. I receive impressions. I get very small tidbits of details that I have to interpret and make sense of.
This is a crime scene. Do you get the feeling of anything?
This is absolutely coming through as a hit and run feeling to me. The answers I give to others, I so badly could benefit for myself. 3 years ago, my mom discovered that she was taken as a baby.
The woman who I actually thought was my mother was a murderer.
I want to learn more about what happened to my mom's family. She could have had a completely different life, and that was taken from her by this criminal.
I know I'm not like her. I know I'm a good person.
As a medium, my life is defined by moments of trying to help people find a sense of peace. This is not a goodbye. This is just a see you later.
For him to come give me so much hope is what I need in my life.
For my mom, I want her to get as close as she can to a sense of closure. All it would take is one person to come through and just give me the answer, but it doesn't work that way. And in this case, it's just too close to home.
It's such a gift that Tyler has.
I never thought that I would get this experience.
Everything he said was spot on.
We are not forgetting you.
Do you want to know everything?
I'm watching this. I'm watching this.
Very,
I'm watching
very
this.
interesting. I think every part of it was interesting. This trailer, first of all, he's a psychic medium, so that already has me intrigued. And second of all, when they were discussing the story about his mother, it made me think about all the other stories that I've heard that are kind of similar to it. But it won't necessarily be that the person's a serial killer, but you'll hear so many stories about people being kidnapped as kids and then the kidnapper raising them and the person doesn't even realize that. I've heard
Oh, the person that's kidnapped doesn't realize that the kidnapper
yes,
is not
because
there.
they've been raised.
Right.
and, like that was their family. And it's weird like how many stories have come out about that sort of stuff. It just almost seems it's not common, but it's not necessarily uncommon. It's interesting. I know it's not all about his mother, but I just found that interesting.
And I wanted to say, I know some people are watching this and like, really, this is what we do on Netflix? Like, no. Like, I'm not gonna say all mediums. There is some scamming going on, and I've scamming stories I've heard. Saying that they're a medium and then taking people's money and blase. But this kind of hits home. I'm not a medium, okay? However, without getting into too much detail, because once again, this is one of the few channels we run. We also have a podcast, YNTB Podcast, where we talk about, or we'll talk about, different subject matters like this. But my grandfather was into things of this nature. Maybe not exactly a medium. And once again, I want to save that for the podcast. But growing up in Alabama and not being too far from Louisiana, as far as states. Louisiana, if you don't know, there is a lot of culturally. There's a movement of the slaves from Haiti to New Orleans to the state of Louisiana. A lot of that culture, voodoo, et cetera, was brought with the slaves there to New Orleans, and so there are today people that practice that. So some people get roots and things put on them, and they can't get them off. They need to get them off. Well, my grandfather was that person that would get that off of them. that hex or that spell, if you say. And so that's why I say this kind of hits home. That type of, I've seen things, okay, unexplainable things. And once again, I'm trying to keep this particular channel an upbeat channel. I don't want to get into that. It's not dark, but it's
I find it interesting that we ended up meeting each other because I was kind of, I won't say into that type of stuff, but I knew about a lot of that type of stuff.
Right.
And I watched a lot of shows related to that. So I was kind of intrigued by those things at a very young age. So I find it interesting that we ended up meeting and you ended up, having the background that you had.
But so I'm not cutting you off.
Go ahead.
I want to get back to, because the topic here is life after death with Tyler Henry. Tyler Henry, I have never heard of him. So I can't speak to the validity of him being a medium, which is exactly why I'm going to watch this. It's exactly why, because I want to see, is this guy really a medium? Is he, like, are these people real? Are these real experiences? I want to know. I want to check it out, and I'll do my research and see, how long has he been gifted with this ability. There is another world, guys. It's called the spirit world. It exists. Scientists have there have been scientific journaling, or they've tried to quantify, like, the spirit world, right? Like try to measure it or try to figure it out. Does it really exist? This is something that had millions, probably billions of dollars has been spent trying to figure this out. So that's a whole nother subject matter for the YNTB podcast, your non-typical black podcast. Go check that channel out. We'll be uploading frequently on there. But guys, we've talked enough on this. This was a nice, refreshing trailer. Can't wait for this to come out March the 11th. We will both be watching this.
Yes.
But we want to know what you're going to be doing. Are you going to be watching this? Do you know anything about mediums, spiritual sides of things, spiritual aspects? Let us know in the comment section down below. Also, guys, make sure you hit that like button, because we're putting out videos daily and we're growing in the algorithm, and that like helps us grow. And also, guys, if you're feeling the energy here, the positive vibes, make sure you hit that subscription button, subscribe, and get the rest of our videos, because we're reacting to various different things, movie trailers and whatnots on the internet, and we would love to have you. So guys, do that for us, and guess what? We will see you on the next video. Peace.